Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Kol Haloyim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Hakadosh Baruch. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Aqua, Thini Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of the other nations, appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, we say Shalom. This is the brother Yabasab of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And basically, I want to do a quick lesson. I have an app called Newsbreak, and brother put me onto it. I think like last year or beginning of this year. Long story short, it's a pretty good app. He said basically you can go into each state, but I know because we're out of Cleveland. I just a few brothers got the app, and we was just saying how like this app is cold because it's literally like you can see the scriptures talk about how the Lord love of judgment or judges daily, roughly paraphrased that. Pretty much every day somebody's getting judged on this app. But he said you can actually put it to whatever city you're in. But anyhow, I got an alert on this app about Ice Cube and basically Eric Trump. So, I'm going to bring out a scripture, bring out some of the article, and then, move accordingly, Lord willingly. Hopefully this lesson is edifying. I'm going to start off with the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. Where's the point? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ears. Hell, the point is the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So it says these devils, the wicked, are basically born lying. You know what I mean? We talking about the wicked because the scriptures mention, it's wicked people in the world, but there are people on the planet that are the wicked. You know what I mean? Are evil, like they are the wicked. It's mentioned multiple times in scripture. Like I said, you got 2/3 that are wicked, but it talks about a nationality of people being the wicked. So, and it says they go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. So I'm gonna get this article real quick and then just jump into precepts. So this is a Newsbreak article. It says Culture Newsweek. I guess this is, it's a Newsweek article. It says Ice Cube slams down Eric Trump after his tweet praising the rapper and 50 Cent, by James Crowley on October 10th, October 20th at 12:15. It says rapper Ice Cube responded to a tweet from President Donald Trump's son Eric Trump on Tuesday morning after Trump praised him and rapper 50 Cent for supporting Trump's re-election campaign. Trump shared a doctored photo of the two rappers sitting side by side, both wearing Trump 2020 hats. Trump shared a doctored photo of the two rappers sitting side by side, both wearing Trump 2020 hats. The president's son called them two great, courageous Americans, but Ice Cube was seemingly not pleased by the manipulated image. Nigga, please, the former NWA member wrote in a quote tweet. Now, this is funny, and the point of this article is to just show you something. That's a bold fellow. You know what I'm saying? Like, these men aren't dead. These men aren't what's the word? Incapacitated. You know what I mean? Unconscious. Like, they are alive and doing well and functioning. So for you to steal their image and post it up to for your campaign or your father's campaign. Because, well, their campaign, because they're all, Trump did some gangster shit. He went and got his family and put him in his administration. And this just to show you the fuckery and the buffoonery and the bullshit of politics. None of his family members had any political experience. His daughter, his sons, none of them. But and this isn't illegal. Because he won, he was able to put them in his administration, get salaries when these people are already rich. So, and then people are trying to so amazed that this place going down. Just like it will be a civil war, you know what I mean? It wasn't a coincidence with the Marvel and the Civil War and all those shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't a coincidence for none of that. Because you take time to think about it. I mean, you got people that's going to vote for Biden just to get Trump out the office. And then you got people, I've seen more videos talk about I was going to vote for Biden. So now they go vote for Trump, and this one dumbass Jake talk about some, yeah, with Trump I see the light, I see a way out or something stupid. You gonna see a way in the motherfucking FEMA cap. Or the way down the eye of the needle of that vaccine. Hey, Salaki. It says Eric Trump has since deleted the tweet, but it was shared in a screenshot by BuzzFeed media editor Craig Silverman. He also included a tweet from Ice Cube that included the unedited photograph of 50 Cent and Ice Cube wearing a Yankee hat and a Big 3 hat, respectively. So basically, they took a picture of them guys wearing other hats and literally made it seem like. But my thing is this, and I just show you the boldness of him. You know what I mean? Like I said, once again, these people aren't dead where you can get away with this. These people have a voice, especially Ice Cube right now. So I don't know if they feel they have some leverage or they just like stupid ass nigga. We gonna do it? I don't know. But and to show you how quickly they can lie. You know what I mean? These people clearly. Clearly, like I said, just took an image, but to show you how they try to manipulate the so-called black man. Like I said, I was looking at Biden's election campaign commercial. They had bitches twerking. First time in history, they got you know what I mean? They got a video showing to go vote, but it was broad stripping and twerking. And this is what they think appeases to the average so-called Israelite man. Because that was aimed at Jake. This is the guy Craig Silverman from BuzzFeed. The other day, it was a false claim about Biden owning a home he sold many years ago. Today, Eric Trump shares an obvious photograph pic of two rappers in Trump hats. Things will continue to get dumber. So, as you can see, I was trying to show the hat a little bit better, but I'm not about to go through all this. But as you can see, if you look very hard, it looked like they manipulated Trump, but then he had a Big 3 because, he sponsored or created that basketball league. So that show you a lot what these people do. So you don't think, and then these people are born liars, you don't think they're going to try and come after the prophets? Because his truth is beating them up and slicing them and cutting them so bad. As previously reported, Ice Cube has found new support amongst Republicans after a Trump campaign advisor tweeted that the rapper had assisted in coming up with the platinum plan to help black Americans. Now, at the end of the day, this could be, because, a brother was telling me about something along the lines of this. Basically Trump, that Trump made the statement about how he wanted to put so much money in the black communities, and then he's saying whatever president is literally going to win, he's backing whatever president is going to help so-called black communities. So at the end of the day, as much as he's supposed to became awake of knowing he's an Israelite, and at the end of the day, that could be the most high manipulated. He could really be, you got to remember, Esau is a cunning devil, you know what I mean? Like Esau, a dude, what's that, cognitive dissonance, where they'll say one thing and do another. You know what I mean? So, because like I say, at the end of the day, Ice Cube has a vested interest in Esau's system, just like a lot of celebrities. You gotta watch. It like in the scripture said is when you had the rich man that said how could he basically what did he have to do to be saved, and Yahweh told him to give away all his riches and follow him, and he walked away sad because he had many riches, and he said it was easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than to for a rich man to enter the kingdom, because when you go into the eye of the needle, that's and although city gates back then in the past, they were huge gates with little bitty doors, and so they didn't have to raise that gate because it was time consuming to raise that gate. So literally, sometimes they would open that door, but for a camel to get into that, and camels were used as basically like transporting vehicles. They would transport goods. You know what I mean? You might have a camel might be slow, but it could carry a multitude of weight. So in order for that camel to get into that through that door, which was called the eye of a needle, that camel would have to hunch, as well as those goods would have to be taken down. So those possessions would have to be either left or taken down and walked through. So, at the end of the day, that's what Yahweh Shah was saying. And, most people, it's going to be hard for a man that has substance on this side to give it up, especially if you don't have any faith. You know what I mean? That's why it makes all the sense. I mean, even though the Lord blesses brothers all the time, constantly, and then you have brothers that have more than some brothers. You have brothers that have some less. But like I said, at the end of the day, to have wealth like that, I mean, I think that's why the Lord doesn't give brothers that wealth. Because the elder even said it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he said, back then at the school One West, they used to, I forgot who he said, used to pray for money. And then when money started coming into the school, it actually messed the school up. That's why it talks about the love of money is the root of all evil. Uh, and in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, about loving money, loving the Most High or loving mammon. You can't love one without hating the other. You can't love both. It says, as previously reported, Ice Cube has found new support amongst Republicans after a Trump campaign advisor tweeted that the rapper had assisted in coming up with the platinum plan to help Black Americans. While Ice Cube has repeatedly said that he hasn't endorsed either Trump or former Vice President Joe Biden, he has criticized the Biden-Harris campaign, calling on them to do way more for Black people. While Ice Cube has expressed skepticism about all politicians, his lack of support for Biden has drawn criticism by fans and activists. The rapper never explicitly endorsed Trump, which he has tweeted, but he did write that he was approached by both campaigns to discuss his contract with Black America, and he said the Trump campaign made adjustments to his original plan after meeting with the rapper. So maybe that's how they came up with Trump made that statement about how much money he would give to the Black communities, which I wouldn't be surprised. And that just shows that he's in with them. So call Haloyim La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, because as silly as Jake, or a confused Jake, or a Jake that's eyes is not open, that doesn't have the spiritual eye salve, they'll bite on this. They'll believe in it. I work amongst a lot of Jake. You know what I mean? I try to tell a few of them the truth. One talking about his aliens. And the other one, for whatever reason, that's probably maybe Satan fucking with him. He didn't want to literally, like I gave him the information, told him to go check it out. And he telling me these weak ass excuses why he didn't check it out. You could tell me about everything else you just said, but you ain't tell me about why you looked at why you couldn't watch the information about what I sent you, as far as like, because I gave one of the brothers' channels. So you know what I mean? I did a video yesterday about in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 about how the Lord Yahweh put life and death before us. You know what I mean? So I through the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashah was used as a vessel to present the truth to him, and he, for the most part, chose death. Now it's the will of the Lord. If he's a man of the Lord, somebody else is gonna come with the truth towards him. You know what I mean? That's just, it's his fate. You know what I mean? It's his fate to actually get to understand it. But, who's to say? Time will tell. While Ice Cube hasn't outspokenly supported Trump, 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, has called on his followers to re-elect the president. Now, we already know 50 Cent a sellout. Fuck 50. As previously reported, Jackson tweeted a photo of a graphic display on CNBC about tax rates under a Biden presidency. But he's not a dummy, though. That's one thing I do give 50. Like, 50's not a dummy. That was one of the things he used to fuck with Mayweather about. But I respected Mayweather because Mayweather didn't feed into it because 50 Cent knows controversy sells. That's why he keeps his name relevant by always fucking with people in the media. Before Mayweather let him do that, Mayweather just went ahead and 50 Cent got mad about it. He got emotional. It was kind of hilarious. But the point being, Mayweather's just starting to come out about why they fell out, and I could see it. He said me and this man was friends supposedly, but then when I didn't want to help him or give him stakes in my businesses, that's when I became stupid and dumb and I wasn't smart. You know what I mean? So basically, 50 is a real snake though. But, being like Irv Gotti had already spoken on that. You know what I mean? You got to remember, this man literally wrote, the reason why he got touched is because he basically was rapping about some people that was really in the system. And then they talk about how they said he was a gangster. And Irv Gotti said this, and I gave him respect for. He said, how you talk about we pussy, we bitches, but you the one that went to the police. You know what I mean? Like, where they do that at? You know what I mean? But like I say, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just like when Don King literally was up there with Trump. You know what I mean? You got the leaders of our people shall lead them astray. Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And like I say, at the end of the day, our people especially look up to these people as the heads of the nation because they look like they actually obtained something in this system. You know what I mean? But what you can fail to realize is they are joined onto the system. Like I said before, most of these jakes that have substance in this place are not going to fucking give up their riches. Look at Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal has great wealth on his side. Shaq is even a fucking sheriff. You know what I mean? I forgot who made a joke about that. Like Shaq, got 25 jobs over here. But that shows a lot. Like a police officer is not set up to protect you, the so-called citizen of America. They're set up to protect the corporations and the businesses and the property. And then you literally watch these police stand down while Antifa and these different movements, because I ain't gonna say Black Lives Matter, you know what I mean? Because it's all different kind of, you got paid provocateurs mixed up in between that. You know what I mean? It's video footage of showing, white people literally spray painting Black Lives Matter and shit like that. Because they got paid. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you watched, police stand down because that's how you know it's orchestrated, because the police are set up to protect the property of this place, to uphold the laws of this place, not your individual so-called rights, which you're coming to realize you don't have. So let me hurry up and finish this article because I didn't made for this to go that long. Salaki. Let's say it. Nah, maybe it's just me made a mistake. Everything ain't saying. It says as previous. Well, I was gonna say this at the end of the day. I mean, I don't see why they just didn't approach 50 Cent, because like I said, I can see him doing it, especially if he got some kind of incentive out of it. Ice Cube, on the other hand, maybe not, because like I said, literally he. But then again, though, the reason why they probably did it is because, like I said, he talked. It's already. I mean, the article spoke on it. He sat up there and talked to them. So for whatever reason, they felt they could do, because best believe they're not stupid where they go do something that's going to get them sued or something. Come on, Trump is a businessman. You think he go, you know what I mean? Like, come on. As previously reported, Jackson tweeted a photo of a graphic display on CNBC after about tax rates under a Biden presidency. What the fuck? Vote for Trump. I'm out. Fuck New York. The Knicks never win anyway, he wrote. I don't care. Trump doesn't like black people. 62% are you out of your fucking mind? That's the tweet. This shows you the stupidity of a nigga though. You know what I mean? He's stupid as an individual. Well, that just says he's selfish. I ain't gonna call him stupid. You know, he tried to put all. That's a guy that worships and believes in Trump. You know what I mean? He say fuck him not liking your people as a whole. So that means he know he don't like him. Yet because his plan is to save America, a nigga like this will get the chip. I don't care. Trump doesn't like black people. 62% are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah. Yeah, because that's the only way to sustain this is to raise taxes, which ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Why do you think they try to reset the whole system now? Why do you think everything is trying to go digital? On Tuesday, 50 Cent tweeted a video of Fox News segment discussing his recent support for Trump. He also referenced a tweet by Trump advisor Katrina Pearson, who was also the advisor who tweeted about Ice Cube. I guess 50 Cent don't want to end up 20 cents, she wrote. They making jokes about it. Because he wants to hold on to what he had. And like I say, I guarantee you the reason why they did what they did, it makes more sense now because he spoke with their campaign, with their administration, Ice Cube. So that's why they felt they could do what they did by just doctoring the photo. So it's a lie, but it has truth in it. You know what I mean? But they basically they did it without their permission. But at the end of the day, I guarantee you they won't sue. 50 Cent responded to the agreement. 62% is a very, very bad idea, he wrote. I don't like it. Ice Cube's publicist did not respond to Newsweek's new email request for comment in time for publication. A press contact for the Trump campaign did not respond to Newsweek's email request for comment in time for because bear with me. So look here, my app just start acting crazy. So time to get into these scriptures. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and bold not in the truth. So this is Yahweh Shakis is in red letters. Um, the Lord our Savior, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ in the Bible, whose true name is Yahweh Shah. He's speaking to Israel, the wicked 2/3 of Israel, like a 50 Cent, like a TD Jakes, like a Al's Sharp Tongue, Ye are of your father the devil, the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and bold not in the truth because there is no truth in him. When he speak of a lie, he speak of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So I just brought out the Psalms 58 about how the wicked are born astray from the womb. They born speaking lies, roughly paraphrase, because they the father of lies. When you go into deceit, deceit is goes back to a Latin word meaning diablos. So that's where the devil means deceiver, or diablos means devil, which means deceiver. Um, Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 25. A true witness delivereth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. So, we are the hopeful elect, the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, pushing this truth with faith and sincerity, doing this work. We are true witnesses trying to deliver souls by bringing, the good news, the gospel, preaching his word throughout the four corners of the earth. But Esau, which is a deceitful witness, which is a deceiver, because that's what the word diablos goes back to, devil or deceiver, speak of lies. Like I said, this man literally, like I say, the whole reason why this came out is because of the fact, and that's why you got to love the social media. But then Trump he's a genius. I mean, I ain't gonna say genius. He's a businessman. So he knows, just like 50 Cent is. So 50 Cent sees, like how that Jake was on that video that the brothers did a video about, talking about, I see with Trump, I see a way out. You know what I mean? Like 50 Cent see a way out. Like that reporter or whoever made that statement. He doesn't want to go from 50 cent to 20 cent. You know what I mean? Because basically the poor can't sustain these taxes like they once could. At one point in time, you had the wealthy knew all the loopholes in the tax system where they put, come on, 50, they was just talking about Trump literally only paid like what? Like under, I forget how much they said he paid, $300 or something in taxes when this man is a billionaire. There's so many loopholes because that's how the devil works. You know what I mean? Once you know the way of a system, you can manipulate that system. That's why some of the most crooked people on the planet are people that work in certain systems in the society. Some of the most crooked people are like the judges and lawyers and the police officers. You know what I'm saying? They'll find a suspect with drugs and literally keep the drug and turn into drugs and take the money. You know what I mean? Times brothers I know literally said how they got caught with money and drugs, but all they did was reported the drugs. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. But they that deal truthfully, but they that deal truly are his delight. Because it tells you in the book of Proverbs, what is that? I think Proverbs 6, verse 17. This is book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh shall hate. Yea, 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look. The Most High hates a proud man. It talks about being humble. You know what I mean? And the proudest man on the planet is Esau, Edom. You know? Then you got 2/3 Jakes. You know what I mean? Like, I stay in government house and I constantly say this. I've been homeless. Some of the most proudest people I've met was homeless. How the fuck can you still be proud and you wait for somebody to bring you something? Talk to the people bringing them something nasty and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because people got accustomed to the way how society, they think it should run or how it's running. But like I said, literally, when I came on the homeless on the west side of our city, I'm talking about people, the homeless didn't have it that bad. All that shit has changed. All the people that used to come out and donate food and clothes and, that shit over with, especially because of that COVID. I said, the Lord cold with this one. So just imagine what kind of pandemonium is going to occur when these people that's homeless, these people that's in low income, when this affects them. Come on. The thing is, it's coming to a time where it ain't going to matter if you got money. It's an engineered food shortage coming. It says, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. So the point is, he hateth a liar, you know what I mean? And Esau is the father of it. Proverbs 26. It says, burning lips and a wicked heart are like a potsherd covered with silver dross. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speak of fear, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Who hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. So right now, this devil is being exposed. I mean, on multiple levels, but that's another one of them with this Ice Cube. And that's beautiful how Yahweh Bashim Yahweh showed it. Because like I said, at the end of the day, even if they felt like legally they can do it because basically they spoke to their campaigns or whatever, you Ice Cube obviously wasn't aware that you was using his photo. And then, like I said, Eric Trump basically tweeted what he tweeted, but then they said he retracted it or took it down. So that's a show of guilt. You know what I mean? Verse 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth work of ruin. So basically, and that's why we always say, like the book of Job, like this whole system that Esau is creating is for his own destruction. You know, it looks sweet now, and you know, at the end of the day, he feeling like, oh yeah, it tells you in the book of Job that when he had basically, because basically the system when we get up and running, and certain people are going to get chipped. But as far as being able to rule the whole world the way he think and sit back and just be like the the pedophilia of the planet, no, that's over. You know, in the book of Job it said when he sit down to eat in the sufficiency of his straits, then shall the Most High, roughly paraphrase, that's when the Most High gonna bring him low. Through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Book of Revelations. No. Salakia. Proverbs 21. This is the book of Proverbs 21. Verse 6, the getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment. So the point is, the getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity because it's going to come to naught. Vanity is vain, formless, void. That's why Solomon would say vanity of vanities. You know what I mean? He was like, because basically it's like a vapor. It's like chasing the wind. It's worthless. So although right now it appears that they doing so well, even these 2/3 Jakes, like I said, and you know what's funny too? A lot of opinionated Jake like entertainers like Samuel L. Jackson's and you know certain people that usually be a little bit more outspoken. As of lately, they've been quiet. Because people, like, through the spirit know something about to happen. If it's just this election, you know what I mean? I mean, but the election is just the beginning of the end. You got too many distraught, angry-ass so-called Americans. Or I'm going to take that back and rephrase. Not Americans, Babylonians. Because these people, this is clearly Babylon. This is the most upside-down fucking place in the world. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like, if you walking down the street, you see a big-ass 6'4" man in a fucking dress. I was just in East Cleveland like a week ago. It was a nigga. It's 3 dudes walking. And it's a nigga about like 6'3" in a dress though. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the day, this place gotta be cleansed. This place gotta be destroyed. I'm gonna end the lesson with this, the book of Revelations. Because it's a judgment for all this. Book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 15. I'm going to start at verse 14. Revelations 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Salakia.